My favorite pan is the Maiden saucier pan. A saucepan has straight edges and like hard corners at the bottom of the pan versus a saucier pan which has these like sloped edges which make it easier to get around the pan. It's great for items that you might have to whisk, so like a caramel or anything that you might need to use a rubber spatula to get around the edges of the pan and really like want to keep stuff from sticking to the bottom and burning. And it's great for, you know, tossing because of the nice sloped edges and because it's relatively lightweight, it makes it easy for flipping. Whoop! This saucier pan is made out of stainless steel. I really prefer to cook with stainless steel because you get an even disbursement of heat. They heat up really quickly. You can use it for, you know, a lot of high heat cooking, which a lot of the times is what I'm doing even at home. I have had this saucier pan for almost 3 years. I got it in a breakup, and so I highly recommend in a split, take this one with you.
So I love this Camalsa pan, which is a good quality carbon steel pan that's very well balanced. If you use these right, they turn into a non-stick pan. You can use them for anything, from making pancakes to roasting fish or vegetables. They are heavy, but the long handles makes it very balanced. And you can even use it to sort of anchor it on your arm if you need to saute something or wok something. Yeah. The pans have great heat retention, and I love cooking with that retention. I like turning my pan on, keeping it hot, putting something inside, and then often I like to turn the heat off or down, depending on what I'm cooking. So these pans, you can really go crazy, and then you can just go back and fix it if you have to. You can always wash them out. You can always bring it back to basics and re-season them. Go over that first step again. So you can't really screw up, so you don't have to be intimidated. You can just go full force. It's a cool pan. It makes you feel alive.
This might not necessarily be what you think about when you think of a pan, but my favorite pan is a hotel pan. A hotel pan is a pan you'll find in each and every kitchen in any restaurant across the world. It's a really lightweight, but very sturdy, very resilient. You can use it for cooking at lower temperatures, for slow cooking, braising meats, cooking rice, starting that on the stove. And I also love to use it for doing some simple smoking techniques. I think the idea of smoking something on your own seems like a very overwhelming undertaking, but it's actually a really simple task that you can do with just a few simple tools at home. It does create some smoke, but you really contain it within the pan being covered. So I think it's a really great, simple, easy method to do at home if you want to create some additional flavors, additional depth to the dishes you're making.
The pan I use the most is the Le Creuset 1.5 quart signature braiser. Best part about this is it could sit on your flame, and because it's completely metal, it could go in your oven 250, 300, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever the protein is. It's just super versatile. It's cast iron, so it gives you a really nice sear. It holds the temperature really well and just gets the job done. The cast iron really helps keep the heat inside. You could go to the table 20 minutes later and you could still see that the pot's really still hot. We really care about the temperature of which the food goes out to the guest. The best part about these pans is also that they come with these magnetic coasters, and they literally clip on and they go to the table just like that. It doesn't slide off. It's never going to come off. They have this coating, which is an enamel coating, which makes it really easy to maintain. You don't have to season it. We use these night after night, and we do the craziest cooking in this. Very easy pan to use.
The bánh xèo pan is one of the most useful pan in my kitchen. So bánh xèo is a turmeric Vietnamese pancakes. The great thing about this pan is it heats up really fast. It has to be light enough so we can move. So the batter can move, or I can adjust the heat easily. If I use non-stick or cast iron pan, the bánh xèo gonna be extremely thick, and I can really create the shape that I want. With other pan, you can really get this kind of like crispiness. It's super thin. I don't really use soap to clean this pan. If you try to like scrub it or you don't clean it properly, the batter, it will stick to the pan and I cannot make bánh xèo anymore. I have it since college, which is over 10 years. And when I came to America, this is the only pan that I brought it with me.
My favorite pan is the cast iron. It's a pan you can have, I think, for generations. The cast iron is a very durable material. You can use like any type of tool. If you scratch it, it will be fine. So you can cook with it like a low, medium heat, and you can bring it up to really, really high temperatures for an amazing searing. And then you can have it on the stove and then put it directly on the oven to finish. See, so it's been only like, I don't know, probably like 15 seconds, and it already has a crust. For those people that are scared of like using a cast iron because things can stick to it, it's actually like pretty easy to season it. You just need to use a little bit of salt and then a little bit of fat, and then the more you use it, the more seasoned it will become, and then it becomes nonstick, which is perfect for like even frying eggs.
The sheet pan is one pan that I highly recommend for every cook and a baker especially. It is the workhorse of every restaurant and a bakery. Usually the lower the gauge, the better quality, more durable, thicker aluminum it is. I suggest either 16 or 14 gauge. Sometimes they're labeled as a heavy duty. They don't warp, they last longer. They don't scratch as easily or get damaged. These sheet pan dinners are becoming very popular. So you most definitely can, make the whole dinner and whole meal using a sheet pan. We definitely do that with our family meal. Family meal is a meal that we cook for ourselves, for the staff, and something like a sheet pan comes very handy because we can easily cook larger quantities and faster without requiring too much effort.
My favorite pan is old crafts, stainless steel classic pan. So first of all, it's not too heavy, also very strong. It's heated evenly. I usually cooking the meat and vegetable. So I use for the chicken, seared like a duck skin. Also cook with a seasonal vegetable. Any situation, it's always together. It already looks good. This is so hot. So that's why you gotta be careful. But when you understand how to use this, it's gonna be your right hand. So once you understand heat, everything you cook tastes better.
So here at St. Anselm, our most used pan is the non-stick pan.
Non-stick frying pan is worth having in any kitchen. There are some benefits of cooking in a non-stick frying pan. Food is not overloaded. When I cook or fry potato pancake, there is a space for deep frying. So it's a great pan for that.
We make about 60 to 70 pan-fried mashed potatoes a night, and without these pans, we would never be able to do it. So just the constant flipping will give it a nice oval, rounded shape on it. It is one of those pans that can do it all. I've definitely worked in the past at restaurants that use this actually to cook a piece of black bass, and you could get a super crispy skin as long as you just held the weight on it while it was cooking. So it actually is made out of aluminum, so it's very light. So in your hand, actually flip it very easily.
Maybe non-stick pan doesn't have the best reputation, but if you treat it well, it's gonna work well for you. If you use silicone or wooden tools, it's gonna work very well for you. Smells good.